Well, welcome, Greta Gerwig, to the SOFEE sessions. I'm Tara McNamara. I'm the chair of the Women's Committee for the Critics' Choice Association, and we're the ones who issue the seal of female empowerment in entertainment, which Barbie is a recipient. So congratulations.
Thank you.
I really want to say thank you because SOFEE exists to recognize when a film or TV show illuminates the female experience with authenticity, and Barbie is such a big swing. And so my question for you is, how did you arrive at this unique approach? And what were the rejected concepts before arriving at Barbie Land existing as a matriarchy?
I really sort of at the beginning of it, I was invited into this project by Margot Robbie, who I have admired as an actor and then as a producer, and I've really been blown away by the work that she and her company Lucky Chap have done. And she came to me and said, do you want to write the Barbie movie? I can, I'm gonna act in it and we're gonna make it. And I said I would love to, because I wanted to work with her, and I pulled in my partner Noah Baumbach because I thought it would be fun to write with him, but I didn't really know exactly what it was going to be. There was, Barbie has existed since 1959, but she doesn't have a character or a story. She's an object. She's a doll that people then project onto. And I thought, I don't know how we're going to figure this out. But I think the thing I started with when I started writing was I kind of went back to my own childhood and my own memories. And, I had a mom who didn't like Barbie. So, of course, I loved Barbie because you always like what your mom tells you not to like.
Of course.
And so in a way, I felt like what I already had inside of me was that the conflict of Barbie, of like the person saying no and the person being like, but I love her and she's wonderful. And so I started thinking about all the ways in which she's been like ahead of culture sometimes and behind culture sometimes, that like, she does have she's had an unrealistic body type at certain moments, but then also she went to like space before women could have credit cards. So then you're like, like most things, she's complicated. It's a complicated icon.
Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Ken.
I think that one of the things that I did was kind of just dive straight into the thorny thicket and say that's where the story is going to be. And then, yeah, I mean, honestly, I remember the first time I visited Mattel, and they give you I was like given the big tour of Mattel, and the kid in me was just like, this is incredible. But I was born in 83. So the Barbie I grew up with is different, it's expanded and changed it since then. And I remember I said, oh, are there characters? And they said, no, now all of these women are Barbie, and Barbie is all of these women. And I thought, that is just philosophically impossible and also wonderful. The Barbie has a selfhood split into many. And then I was walking along the hallway, and they had like framed moments in Barbie history, and there was an all-female ticket for Barbie to be president and vice president. And I thought, oh, Barbie's been president? And they were like, oh, yes, Barbie's been president for years. And I was like, oh, so actually she's done it. She did it already. And they were like, yeah.
We're still waiting.
I was like, oh, so Barbie's sort of like ahead of us there. And they were like, yeah, Barbie's ahead. And I thought, well, there was something about it that just instantly struck me as funny, and also like another place to mine.
How come you're so amazing?
No comment.
What was the first scene you came up with? And you just like, boom, I see the path.
Honestly, the first scene that I came up with that I kind of did my own like exploratory writing, and then I brought it to Noah, and because we write together, but we don't actually sit in the same room. We kind of go off in our corners. I found it the other day. I wrote it's not in the movie, but it is, but there's some spirit of it that's in the movie. It was actually, doing research about Ruth Handler and who invented Barbie, and she did really invent it for her daughter, because she looked at her daughter playing, and there were mostly baby dolls, and she said, my daughter doesn't want to pretend to be a mother. She wants to pretend to be an older girl. That's what she wants to imagine herself into. And that was, her big insight. But, Barbie was the first doll created that had breasts, which was a big, like, oh no. And then in the sort of the way everything went is actually Ruth Handler ended up, she had breast cancer and she had a double mastectomy. And then being the entrepreneurial woman that she is, she created these inserts that women could put into their bras if they'd had a double mastectomy, and they could feel like themselves. And she went on Johnny Carson, I think, and explained it. And she's a very funny and wonderful woman. And I thought there was something about that idea that, like, that this inventor of Barbie had breast cancer that felt very sort of poetic and beautiful and interesting in that way that life can sometimes provide. And so I actually had the first scene I wrote was actually a conversation between Barbie and Ruth Handler when she found out she had breast cancer. And I thought it was just a fictionalized idea, but there was something in that about mortality and personhood and what does Barbie have to say about, aging, and what does Barbie have to say about mortality? Like that felt like the seed of what the movie became, which was really about being human.
I really want to thank you for your time today. I just want to say that, I'm hoping that with the #1 movie at the box office, female writer, female director, you brought everything together, but, everything, everything, I think every component that someone could imagine could be a best picture. And I'm just hoping that this opens doors for more women to tell female stories. So thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.